McIntyre claimed that Ballinger developed an unhealthy and unbalanced relationship with him when he was as young as 13. After all this stuff came out, there was a bunch of videos, there was a bunch of evidence. It looked really bad for Colleen Ballinger, and then she decided to make a awesome video called Hi. She even refuses to say that she's wrong and says that the lies are just rumors made up for clout. 2.1 million downvotes? After this, she took a 4-month break, and as you can tell by the date, 4 months? That was just recently she made a fucking video. It was for the best. She should have stayed off the internet for a little longer.
Over the last 15 years of my career, there have been moments where I was immature and inappropriate.
Hey guys, wake up. Hey, wake up. Something bad happened on the internet again. And I'm talking about it today. Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, is a person that has not had a great 2023, to be honest. But as we near the end of the year, she's trying to right the ship. Okay, guys, she had the little fucking ukulele thing. You saw it. It was absolutely embarrassing and terrible and was memed to death. And it was just not good for her, and she's had a terrible time with PR since then. It's fucking bad. She handled it like a absolute troglodyte. Right now, she's in her little ship, and she's trying to bail water out desperately. So you might know her from her fabulous vlog content, her tours, her comedy, or more likely, you know her from her recent cancellation stemming from her inappropriate behavior with underage people, her viewers. They're children. She has an audience of children. Could you imagine that?
Hi.
She looks like some kind of strange, uncanny character I just can't put my finger on exactly. And I hate to say it, but when I first saw that she had a show on Netflix, I was like, man, I cannot wait till this all comes crashing down. Holy shit. This is terrible content. Anyways, guys, I'm a little sour because I don't have a Netflix show. So what exactly were the original accusations? What led to this horrible outlash? All of these articles being read, the loss of subscribers, the pullout of brands, what led to all of this? Primarily, there were allegations of grooming and inappropriate behavior. She was accused of trauma dumping and sending sexually suggestive messages and developing inappropriate emotional relationships with fans, particularly when they were minors. That's just strange behavior. You know, kind of odd. It's weird. It makes sense that this kind of thing has a backlash because it's fucking weird. Now, the public allegations against Colleen go back all the way to April 2022. They were initially brought up publicly in a sort of a big way by this person named Adam McIntyre, a former fan of Colleen Ballinger. McIntyre claimed that Ballinger developed an unhealthy and unbalanced relationship with him when he was as young as 13.
Around this time, though, was whenever my parents started getting a little bit more cautious and were wondering why a 30-year-old was talking to, at this time, a 13-year-old about her divorce.
So that's not good. That's pretty bad. That's kind of bad. It's kind of weird. McIntyre reported receiving a pair of Ballinger's underwear and was part of this little group called Colleenie's Weenies. Fucking ass name. I mean, terrible name. Sorry, I shouldn't have said fucking ass. Ballinger allegedly asked a bunch of sexually suggestive questions in this group chat, which was epic. Have you ever been on the internet? Like, for one, this is just fucking weird. What are you gaining from this? And for two, what and in 2019, during a Miranda Sing live event, there was an act that involved a young fan that was humiliating and inappropriate, and it caused the fan to feel mortified and traumatized. Their words, not mine. I don't think I've ever felt mortified or traumatized, to be honest with you. So I think that this is something that should be taken seriously, and it's very strange that this new video that Colleen posted is up. Because she posted a new video. She has another video she posted. That's the whole point of this. She's kind of like back in a really odd way. It's bizarre. After all this stuff came out, there was a bunch of videos. There was a bunch of evidence. It looked really bad for Colleen Ballinger. And then she decided to make a awesome video called Hi. She posted this on June 28th, 2023, and she deemed it an appropriate direct response for the damaging expose that after all this stuff came out was released by the Huffington Post. Pretty wild. This whole thing, I mean, if you don't care about this, you should. Just kidding. You should go outside. You should leave this turmoil behind and accept and allow the things that are coming to you. By God, there was a lot of videos, by the way, before all this. She released her little video in response to so many things. And another little side point is when Adam first came out about all this stuff back in the day, back in 2020, he got a lot of hate for this shit. It was weird. He was totally closed down, and now it's this massive thing. Maybe milked a little bit, but I'm an expert at that, and I think that makes good content. Milking things makes good content. In her response video titled Hi, she sang and played the ukulele and denied the claims against her, all the while singing and playing the ukulele. And it is so cringe, and it's so dumb, and it's so tone deaf, and it's just fucking bad.
So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
She described her past actions and the reasoning behind them is because she's a loser, not a groomer, guys. That is a funny line.
I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser. She mentioned not understanding the importance of setting boundaries in her early fame, which that's fair. That is probably the most fair point she makes in this entire thing. And she uploaded the song even after her team advised that she shouldn't speak on the topic.
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
Although, they didn't say she shouldn't sing on the topic, so good job, Colleen Ballinger. Her reaction to the situation does not include a moment of her taking responsibility or accountability for her actions. Rather, she victim blames and then acts like she's a victim, and the only piece of any sort of response that she makes is that she didn't set boundaries well enough. Everything else she said is essentially invalid. And then there's the toxic gossip train, which is basically the name of the fucking song.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation.
Toxic gossip train. Also, she can't fucking sing for shit. I don't know why. Like, why do people sing like that? Just don't sing. When I have to make my first apology, I will sing it like, I'm sorry for coming into my candy. Because that's probably what I'll end up doing. Go to sour.gg and buy some Sour Boys. They're free of any human biology, by the way. We have Rainbow right now available. It's pretty good. The toxic gossip train jogs down the tracks of misinformation, casting dispersions that the accusations are merely a misinformation campaign. She even refuses to say that she's wrong and says that the lies are just rumors made up for clout.
I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
She thinks people are just disparaging her to get clout off of her name. That's like the roundabout gist of her terrible Hi video. Hey, if you think it's just disparagement and it's not true, why don't you sue them all then? That's what I say. Why don't you sue them all for defamation? Because things that aren't true don't stand up in court. But alas, that has not happened. And it turned out to be the ultimate example of narcissism and how an influencer or someone who is given fame just on a silver platter can become incredibly disconnected from reality and from being just a normal person. She ignored the advice of her legal team, blamed her accusers for what she did, patronized them in a song calling them liars and clout chasers and calling them toxic train riders. Epic. Very good job, Colleen. She had no problem expressing exactly how she felt to her raving audience of people who were wondering to hear what she thought about all this terrible stuff. And by God, I tell you what, it did not get a very positive 2.1 million downvotes.
I can't condone or support any kind of online bullying or hate towards anyone ever.
Thank you for the content, Colleen. That's all I can say. After this, she took a 4-month break, and as you can tell by the date, that 4 months, that was just recently she made it a fucking video. It was for the best. She should have stayed off the internet for a little longer. Man, when you kick a narcissist to the floor, they just they come back. They come back, and then they just do the same shit over and over and over again. A 4-month hiatus has led to daily vlogs. She announced that she'd be coming back to her channel and posting to do daily vlogs. That's awesome. She did apologize for real this time, though, which was kind of baller. Big move.
Hello, everybody. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I've really missed this. I've missed talking to everyone every single day. Over the last 15 years of my career, there have been moments where I was immature and inappropriate with some of my comedy, And there were times when I did not put enough thought into some of my fan interactions. And because of that behavior, people got hurt. And I am so sorry.
She tells her audience that she missed everyone and she's embarrassed of her last video, that she was accused of awful things. It's embarrassing to say the least. Yeah, dude, it's pretty embarrassing. Not the accusations, but the fucking song. She does say that she's upset over the situation, that she regrets it, and she should have handled it in a more mature manner, but instead she let her ego take over. These people are just egos, by the way. Most people are egos. They make decisions based on their ego and what they think that they should do to maintain their ego and it being in control. She said over the last 15 years, there have been moments where she was inappropriate with her comedy and she didn't put enough thought into her fan interactions, so people got hurt. I feel like I've never hurt anyone in my fan interactions, to be honest. I've had some interactions with people. Except for that guy I punched right in the face a couple months ago. She said she was sorry and didn't want to hurt anybody. Okay, maybe you should have said that the first time instead of making that whack-ass song, you goober. She then says that there are people who are probably disappointed or people who feel abandoned by her because of her silence, but she needed to take time to make sure she was listening and learning. I can't believe she didn't delete the apology video. I would have deleted that shit I would have never posted it, for one, unless it was an obvious joke.
I also feel like there's probably people who are disappointed or feel abandoned by me because of my silence over the last few months. And I'm so sorry about that as well. I needed to take time to make sure I was listening and learning as much as possible.
She also says that she got help that she needed, and she's a mom first and foremost. But she then says that she's back here and now. She's not a perfect person. There's a lot of stuff in her past that she wishes she could redo or fix or change, but she just can't. So now it's time to fucking daily vlog.
I am not a perfect person, and there are plenty of things in my past that I wish I could go back and redo and fix and change. I don't have control over any of that, and I don't have control over the things people say about me. I only have control over my actions moving forward.
She then does the classic weird PR thing. We're gonna try to start the process of starting over and kind of get back into things, and it's gonna be awkward and it's gonna be clunky and there's gonna be real moments. We're gonna break down the walls between me and you. I like that. I like that. Get the clip of Garth Brooks saying that weird shit. Love Garth Brooks. So she disappears for months after giving the worst apology in history and then comes back to announce that she vlogged all of it. Basically, she talks about her life, therapy, and vlogging as a way to cope for not vlogging so long. What the f does that mean? I think if my therapist told me, hey man, go vlog more, I'd probably get a new therapist, to be honest. As you can imagine, a lot of backlash on the fall vlog. Nothing has changed, it seems. The video ends with her talking about trying to be better and then crying and stuff. I don't fucking know or care, dude. Who the fuck? Dude, I've been farting way more than usual, and I think it's like a problem. It's becoming a problem. Like I feel, and they're so powerful, I rise off the ground when I ignite them. They're ignitions. They're uncontrollable ignitions. Once they begin, there's no stopping. My sphincter holds no power anymore. A lot of people seem to be just surprised that this happened in the first place, the fall vlog thing. This was not on my November bingo card. To be fair, there are some positive comments too. They don't have a lot of likes. And, you know, they're probably alts, Colleen Ballinger alt accounts. But yes, ignore the haters, Colleen. They are all aboard the toxic gossip train. Shoot, shoot. She didn't get as horribly ratioed in this post as she did in her last one, so maybe things are going fine for her. We'll see. One thing I'd like to point out, if you scroll, I think the negative comments are either being automatically filtered by YouTube, which is possible, or they're being deleted by her, which is also probably more likely. If there's 119,000 dislikes, there's got to be at least 10,000 negative comments. I mean, that's just how it works. The whole thing to a lot of people feels like just a same shit, different day type thing. I don't think she learned. The new video, full of platitudes, doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's more of an apology than the first one, but at the same time, it's like a blanket sort of overgeneralization, letting you, the viewer, fill in the gaps just to kind of, hopefully we can smooth past this. And by God, Adam McIntyre has jumped on the case as well. In his video, he starts off by saying she's a smart woman and she posted within 6 months because channels that remain inactive for 6 months lose their monetization now under new guideline rules. So that's pretty cool.
Colleen Ballinger, first and foremost, posted this video within the 6-month window of her Toxic Gossip Train video, which, if you do not know, as a YouTuber, you have 6 months before YouTube demonetizes your YouTube channel, basically for inactivity.
That's pretty, I didn't even notice that. It's pretty baller. He also says that she's posting just in time for the holiday season to get money. Makes sense. That's also pretty baller. Didn't even think about that.
It's important to note that one of the other reasons that she's posted this is we have officially entered the Christmas holiday earnings on YouTube, which, if you do not know, Google AdSense peaks around this week.
He then says he believes the entire apology is performative because she never reached out to anyone that he knows to actually say, I'm sorry.
I have not heard from Colleen Ballinger at all.
Classic Logan Paul apology on second channel, Crypto Zoo. Remember that? The long time, no promising refund, no refund. These people are not real people, is the point of this whole thing. They're not fucking real people. Adam accuses Colleen of lying about being embarrassed of the original apology video because it's still up and it is the most viewed and profitable video on Colleen's vlog channel. My own personal insight that I've gained from this, I didn't know really who Colleen Ballinger was before the ukulele thing. That's how I know her, right? She got a whole new audience of people just being able to see how rotten someone can become after being a content creator and then making this cringe shit and then apologizing after doing some stupid shit and then having the worst, most tone-deaf apology ever. So that's how I know Colleen Ballinger. That and that shitty Netflix stuff from years ago. Very unlikable person. There's a lot of unlikable people out there, such as Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis and all the other people we talk about on this channel. I feel like I have a knack for determining whenever someone is insincere, and it reeks of it. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Do you think she's gonna get away with it? Because I do believe she will absolutely get away with her little daily vlogging thing, and I think people will forget. She'll have her core audience of 100, 200,000 people, and then maybe 10% over a long period of time, because they're not gonna watch. She's gonna get away with it. There's no problems. She's fine. She's fine. She'll have a little bit of a stigma, but she's still going to be able to have this as her career and will face no real consequences. Unfortunately, yet again.